Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday, and today I am making this, what's it called? A trellis card, bridge trellis card, because there's little bridges across here. And I'm also using the new Pink Fresh Stylized Florals, Stencils, and Dies. So stay with me, and I will show you how to make it. All right. I'm a little late today. Okay. I love this card. So it has interactive fun fold on the front, folds flat for mailing, and then it pops up. All right. And then there's a card. Okay. Now, this stencil and die is lovely. So here is the die, and here is the stencil. Now, I am going to stencil, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. Okay. Now we're waiting on, we've ordered some more of these sticky mats. They're not exactly like this one. They're waffle flower, but because I know a lot of you have been asking. I don't think they're 8x8 though. I think they're 6x6 or the one that fits in the Misty.
6.5 by 8.
6.5 by 8.5. I know some people have ordered the 6x6. All right, so this is a stencil for the leaves. Okay. And we've ordered more brushes as well. Okay, so I am going to stencil in all my leaves. Okay. So really easy. All the leaves are on one stencil and all on one die. So that's kind of cool. Okay. I'm just going to get my other ink here. Just going to add a little bit of darker ink. A lot of it's covered up, but I'm just going to add a bit on here. Okay. There we go. All righty. So there are my leaves. All right. Now I'm going to do my flowers. I thought I had a piece of paper here. Well, it's got a line on it, but that's okay. All right. So here are my flowers, and it tells you up here florals. So I'm going to put that on there. So now they've really made it easy. So here you can do the blue. Okay. So I'm just going to do in the blue. And they have little triangles here. See the little triangles? And that's works well for positioning. I've got some darker here too. Just add a bit of darker to them. So that's the blue area. Then down here, we can do purple. So they're all in one group. And then over here, we can do, I'm not sure what these ones are. I think these are yellow. So pretty easy. And then these ones are pink. So the coloring is super easy. All right. They have them all grouped to show you where to color. All right, now you take these dies and there's two sets and they're all joined together, which makes the die cutting very easy. So you put this one on here. Now, somebody was in asking about if these lose their stickiness. I use baby wipes. I find baby wipes work great, and it just puts the stick right back on them, okay? Some people say wash them with soap and water, which you can do as well, but I find baby wipes works great. So now you just position this on, and you can see where those little triangles are. Just match those up, and you'll get a great cut. I'll be right back, and I'll cut this. I'm just going to use the cutter for a minute. Thank you. All right. So now they're cut out. Cindy's doing much better. Thank you for sharing. So you can see how they all cut out beautifully. All right. So we'll just wiggle those out. Okay, so they're just going to all pop out here. Okay, and then, so that is the leaves, and then the flowers look like this, and so they all pop out. All right. Now I've got all my stuff ready to go, and I'll just do that. My pokey tool here. There we go. Okay, so now I have that, and you're going to put them all together, and it's really easy, and it looks like this. Okay. So you saw how easy it was to stencil these, and it's very easy to put them all together as well. Okay, now we're going to make the card. Whoops, for the card, we're going to need a top fold A2 or 4¼ by 5½. We're going to need a 4 by 5¼ piece of pink. And we're also going to need a piece of white for the interior. All right. All right, we're going to do a bit of scoring here. So this piece is 5½ by 3¾ Okay, and you're going to score it at 3/4, 1½, 4, and 4¾ and that's along the long side. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we are going to cut 3/4 inch strips. Okay, so with the short side along the top, it measures 3 3/4, and we're going to cut 3/4 inch strips. So I'm going to move it over here and cut. And that was at 3. So now I'm going to do it to 2 1/4. And then I'm going to do it to 1 1/2. And then I'm going to do it at 3/4. Now, this is from Mixed Up Craft, and I changed it to a smaller size. It was 5 by 7. So I just figured it out and changed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold in the sides so they look like this. So all of them you want to look like that. And these are going to be the lattice, or the trellis, I should say, that goes across the card. All right. So we have 5 of them. And there we go. I'm just going to take my bone folder and I am going to burnish on top of this. Okay. So you need 5. Now, if you wanted to have 6, you could just cut them at a different width, I guess. You could do like 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then the middle one a bit bigger. You could do all sorts of different things with it. Okay, now I have a piece of acetate. And you can see this acetate right there. And this acetate is 2 3/8 by 5 1/4. And we are going to put it in the middle of our trellis. So I'm going to apply adhesive down the center of my trellis. And I'm going to attach the top one. And the bottom one to start with. And then that allows me for easier setup of the remaining 4. So I've got this one even. And then I'm going to put this one in here even. Okay. Now I'm going to put the center one. So I'll just add my adhesive on here. And I'm going to add my center one. I'm just going to eyeball it. You could measure if you wanted, but I'm just eyeballing it. And now I'm going to add the last two, the top and the bottom. Now this acetate allows for the card to pop up easier, but it also allows you to glue the flowers on and not get glue stuck behind in between. So it's really a great idea to have the acetate backing. All right, so now we flip it over and it looks like this. Now what I did was I cut a piece that was 4 by 5 1/4. I just found it easier. I wanted to have a little edge around here. So I just found it easier to put it on this first and then attach it onto here instead of trying to leave my little space. So I'm just going to flip this over and I'm going to add adhesive to the end tabs only. All right, so I'm just adding it to the end tabs only. There we go. Now I'm going to place it on my card. So I'm just going to line this up with the bottom like that. And then this one, line it up. This one, and this one, and that one. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to shift it all over to the left, like so. And then this part, I'm just going to lay these flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've shifted it all over. And now I'm going to shift it all over to the right. And I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a burnish. Shift it all over to the left and give it a burnish. And there we have it. There is our bridge tower because it got little bridges there. Okay, so now I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it onto that pink cardstock that I just had in my hand. Oh, I've already put it on. What am I? The card. So now it's going to, I'm going to put this onto the card and leave the 1/8 inch around it. Okay, so I'm going to put my card in here. It's a top fold. Put this on, and then this is just going to slide right in there like that. Okay. I've got my card in, and I just want that 1/8 of an inch border. And there we go. And then push it over. And there we have our card. Okay, now we're going to add our flowers. You could do these flowers any color you wanted, but you can see it'll be nice that I can put adhesive all on the back of this, and I'm not going to have to worry about it attaching to the back of the card. So I'm going to use my glue. And then it just takes away the guesswork of where to put your glue. so that it doesn't stick. You can just put it on all over. All right. So when you're placing your flowers, you can have some hanging over on the left, because when it's folded to the right, they go flat. What you can't do is have your flowers hanging over on the right, because when it's flat, they'll be hanging over and you won't be able to put it into your envelope. So now I'm just going to add my glue all over this one. And I'll put on here. So I'm not having anything hanging over on the side. All right. And then I have a sentiment. Make the most of this beautiful day. And I will glue that on. So again, it really helps having that acetate. So please share, and I will, yeah, they'd be beautiful for Easter cards. And somebody will get this card. And then on the inside, we're going to put a piece of cardstock. Just gonna cut a piece here. So I am going to put it at 3 3/4 by 5. And you could do some extra flowers if you wanted and put some on the inside. And then this is a nice spot to put your personal sentiment. And this looks so nice when it's sitting up. Beautiful. And there we go. There's our cards. Beautiful cards. Okay, now, what did I use here? I used the stencils, the 2 stencils, and I used the dies wherever I put them. They're on the floor. So there's the leaf and the flower die in here. I think they're beautiful. They're called stylized florals. Make a beautiful card. Okay. So if you'd like any of the products, let me know, and I will put them aside for you. Okay, so I've got the cards ready for the virtual. I'll just get them here. Okay, so the virtual is going to be on March the 9th, which is a Saturday, and it's going to start at 10 o'clock. I did a little practice run last night, and we're going to start off creating our flowers using our stencils and inks. And I'll give you some little tips and tricks on what I do for stenciling. And we're going to be stamping, stenciling, and then cutting out. Then we're going to take a little break, and you guys can cut everything out that we made. And then you're going to come back and we're going to assemble the cards. So basically what you're paying for with the class is the stamp, the stencils, and the die. And you're getting all the makings for the cards free. All right. So all the paper's cut for you. Everything is ready to go. All you're doing is paying for your stamp, stencil, and die. All right. So we're going to be making this card. And I've got everything cut out. Kim's cutting right now, as a matter of fact. I made this card again, and I accent it with gold. And then this one. And then this one. And it has that little window in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make all of these cards. And we'll do all our stenciling and stamping together. So I have three spots left. So if you'd like to take the class, let me know, and I'll put your name down. The kits will be ready for pickup on Tuesday. And I will make some cookies to go in them for you. All right. Okay. So that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Yeah, this is going to be a fun class. I've never done the cards start to finish with people. I usually have things all ready for you. So I think it'll be fun to do the stenciling and the cutting out and everything. So I'll give you, I'll include a basic kit for the inks that I used and whatnot. You'll probably have inks at home. And so, okay. All righty. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.